Hello everyone, and I bid you all my fondest welcome to the first instalment of Blake's Bug Waitlist, or B.B.W for short. As I said, I wanted to give the Total War community a platform so they could feel their voices were heard when it came to bugs and issues within the game. I've had quite a few submissions, so let's get stuck into it, and let's make bug reporting fun again. Also, if you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel out. Bug number 1. Co-op campaigns. Slowing time causes the game to pause. So for those of you who are unaware, there is a slow down time button in the top right of your screen over here. You can slow down time whilst fighting battles to around half speed. In co-op, you can also use this feature. However, when you have multiple armies on the battlefield, this stops being a slow down time button and becomes a pause button instead. A lovely chap called Dan reached out to me and said that he used to play an awful lot of co-op campaigns with his friends. But this bug in particular has stopped them from playing because it makes late game real-time battles not very fun to coordinate between themselves. When you lose the slow down time button, things do become awfully messy. The game pauses and you lose the tempo that you had in the earlier game. But we managed to recreate this bug in the early game. The issue occurs when you have multiple armies of 20 stacks of units coming in on a battlefield, something which is probably quite common in a co-op multiplayer campaign. Dan and I heroically charged online to recreate the bug. Dan played the infamous Icket Claw, and I played this Fish Woman. We quickly loaded up our armies with chaffy Skaven slaves and smelly undead pirates, and we went to war. With 2 full stacks, we didn't encounter the bug as we sieged down Miragliano. Undeterred, we loaded up with another couple of armies and besieged the dwarves. This got us the result we anticipated. Dan's surplus forces, nor my own reinforcements, had even entered the battle yet, and the bug struck. We both consented to slowing down time. In co-op, both players have to click the slow down time button, and the game fully paused. Now, this was the first co-op campaign I'd ever been involved in, because I'm that weird friendless dude who stands in the corner at parties. But Dan tells me this really messes up the flow of their co-op campaigns, and I trust him. Because he's British. Yes, as a fellow Englishman, we did discuss marmalades and the state of the rail service.
I like mango chutney. That's my favourite chutney.
Dan says that this bug has been reported multiple times across the official channels, but unfortunately he hasn't had word back whether it's being looked at, so he and his mates are in a sort of co-op campaign limbo. He says the bug has been in the game since day 1, and Dan wants some answers. But he also wants to make it explicitly clear that he doesn't want CA to remove this feature. We've seen it before when people have made complaints about things and features are removed from the game, like minor settlement battles and naval battles from the older titles. So please, CA, don't remove the slowdown time feature. We just want it fixed so Dan and his mates can get back into the glorious co-op campaign mayhem that they so rightly deserve. The bug was reported 2 years ago by Dan himself. What has he got in return? This is a known issue and no update since. The bug has since been reported again and has been sent for investigation. So what's happened to Dan's report? Who knows? It appears to be in a limbo, but from CA's point of view, they really should be updating these. Dan purchased the product and has taken the time to provide a detailed bug report. The very least they can do is update his ticket. We're on to our next caller. It's Mitchell with the Army Abilities bug. This one is a classic, a fan favourite, a staple of buggy bugs which would bug the buggiest bug. Army Abilities. For the 9 people watching who don't exclusively play Empire, some factions can charge up army abilities through dealing damage or having damage dealt to them, or through other certain conditions. The Tomb Kings, Daniel the Demon Prince, all the Monogod Chaos factions. Well, there's this very annoying bug which Mitchell shows quite aptly with this footage here. Blink and you'll miss it. Mitchell, playing as the Tomb Kings, has unwittingly unleashed the Army Abilities bug. Simply put, he's tried to use his Ushabti summon from the Realm of Souls, but he's also used the Legionary Barrage ability. Now, this has not only prevented him from using the Ushabti, but most critically, it's totally reset his Realm of Souls, so he gets no Ushabti summon now. I noticed this particular bug was playing as Daniel in the Demons of Chaos campaign. The Realm of Chaos meter fills up as your lord does damage, but somewhere along the line you get 10 cheeky Furies which you can summon onto the battlefield, until you realise that you've cast a Reign of Chaos ability, but you've dropped down some Furies too. Your Reign of Chaos is reset, but you lose all of the Reign of Chaos which you've been building up. This means you're now furious with your Furies. Now, I don't know why there can only be one army ability casting at a time. Why they cancel each other out at all, really. It's an army ability, there's no single person or thing casting it. But if they are meant to cancel each other out for balance or whatever, the ability should refund the points to the player so they don't subsequently lose access to the ability. This bug punishes people who use abilities quickly and should really be reviewed. Now, onto the quiz round. Today's quiz is the following. CA is the acronym used for the UK-based studio that delivers the Total War franchise. What does CA stand for? Is it A. Clowns Anonymous, B. Creatine Affinity, C. Creative Assembly, or D. CA, would you please fix this game? Oh please, please, we've been ever so good. I'll give you 10 seconds. Put your answers in the comments section please, and no cheating. Remember, if you cheat, you're only cheating yourself. If you answered D, you would of course be incorrect. You haven't been a good boy at all, no bug fixes for you. And stop asking. Can't you be an adult and wait patiently? I was really looking forward to the exciting stuff and you've delayed it. Wait a minute, who wrote this script?
Like, do you want them to just focus on making the base game, like, fixing the bugs that you're personally having a problem with, and not releasing any new content? Which is it? You can't have both! Like, there's only so... Like, oh my god, it makes me so mad, dude. Like, they're so idiotic! It's such a bad take!
Lawmaster, I don't think I can have you writing for B.B.W quiz round anymore. This is a really prestigious role. And I don't think I could have you naysaying and poo-pooing all the people who are experiencing bugs. I honestly don't know why I've even got a quiz round in this bug report, but I can't have you as a part of it anymore.
You'd better run, egg!
The answer is, of course, B, Creatine Affinity. On to the next bug, the Harpy Claw Bolt Thrower bug. This bug has been reported by Bob Jr., or BJ, as I affectionately like to call him. Now, as bug reports go, this was a very good one. It has lots of details, examples of previous bug reports, and a nice chunk of footage. This is the gold standard of bug reporting. Proof it's been reported, you've got some footage of it, and it's a bug, not an opinion. I had quite a few lists in from folks with their grievances with the game. I hear you, but that's beyond the scope of the B.B.W. Right, let's have a little watch of BJ's footage.
My blade hungers. Following orders. Orders understood. At once. It is done. Battle calls. Without...
So what we're seeing here is ammunition not being swapped over on the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. The multi-shot ability no longer works. It's stuck on single shot despite multi-shot being clickable. This is all due to Rakarth's Harpy Claw Bolt skill in his unique skill line. When you have this skill, it effectively locks the bolt thrower on single shot ammunition. So one of the two units this skill is meant to buff effectively gets broken. Pretty clumsy really if you think about it. If you swap out Rakarth, then you can use multi-shot again, so the bug is fundamentally tied to Rakarth and that skill. This bug has been around for at least 3 years now according to this Reddit post. It was reported by BJ a year ago on the official forums. He received notification that this is a known issue, and no further update. Now, this may be a small bug, but really, how hard can this be to fix? I'm not a developer, but something like this is 3 years old and still there. There's clearly some kind of breakdown here, because I just can't see how something like reworking one single skill, removing whatever dodgy line of code is causing this, can take 3 years. Is Creative Assembly's bug reporting system broken? Why are there such big gaps between bugs being reported and being actioned? Where are the updates for players who've submitted tickets? A bug like this can't take 3 years to resolve. It's insanity. To put it in perspective, Blake's Takes didn't even exist 3 years ago. People have paid a lot of money for this product. They have found quality issues within it, detailed these issues, and submitted them in the correct channels. These folks essentially feel like they've been ignored, and not only are the plethora of bugs which are being sent through being ignored, but new massive ones are being introduced. There's something terribly wrong with this, isn't there? This list of issues doesn't even scratch the surface. You can't play this game for more than a couple of hours without running into a bug, be it a major one or a minor one. It's not just the Lizardman AI that is causing this absolute groundswell of negative sentiment to the game. This lashing out from the fanbase is fueled by these ancient bugs which litter Warhammer 3. This is why people are angry. But remember, anger doesn't kill games. Apathy does. Anger shows that we still care about this game and the franchise. Warhammer 3 has been out for over 3 years now. People are, I think, quite rightly, wondering when is the game going to be in a good state? When can we get updates without fear of the game collapsing in on itself like a great neutron star of bugs? Now, on a more serious note, this is a game. A game that I am very passionate about, but it is still just that, a game. Whether we agree or disagree on stances, we are all part of the same tribe. The same weird club of guys and girls who'd rather be building virtual empires than socializing like normal people. Remember that next time you're engaging with someone on Reddit or in the comments section. You likely have more in common with that person than you think. Be kind to one another. If you disagree with someone, attack the idea, not the man behind it. If you have any bugs which you feel aren't being given the attention they deserve, then email me at blakestakes420@gmail.com and we'll try and shine a spotlight on them together. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel out, and I want to give a massive shout out to my channel members and Patreon supporters who are on screen now. I've been Blake, delivering my take. Thank you all so much for watching.